Yo everyone, it's Luna, Raven, many names, same person. So I can just see from my reflection, you could probably tell too, I've been losing a lot of weight and it's not in a very healthy way, but I will talk about that in my next video. Because this video is going to be focused on Sea of Strangers, Poetry and Prose by Lang Leav. So, I don't know of anybody that really enjoys poetry. Nobody. Not anymore. I used to know somebody, my ex-girlfriend, and that was it. I think I have a friend, he enjoys poetry too, but not to the extent that I do. So when I first read Lang Leav, I was struck by her ability to pretty much concoct a story in like 3 lines, like 3 little tiny freaking lines. I was like, wow, this is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure there are some people, or maybe there's a lot of people out there that really hate this kind of poetry, and that's fine, Not everyone likes everything, and that's okay. But I will say that I am definitely a huge fan of Lang Leav, and I was so happy to see this at one of my libraries, because I can show you right now, actually. I'm very proud of this, by the way. I don't know if this is illegal or not. Hopefully it isn't. I am a proud member of 3 libraries. So, Albany Public Library, I have the Newburgh Free Library, and then my current hometown, it's not my hometown, it's my current town. Yeah. So hopefully they don't catch on. So yes, I am a library whore and I love it. It's awesome. So anyway, back to the book. I guess I really can't talk about this book without talking about my personal life. The past month has been absolutely horrible. It's been like, it hasn't been this bad since like high school. In high school, let's put it this way, high school, in the same year, that's when I was admitted into the mental hospital for suicidal ideation. So that's how bad things were. And thankfully, yesterday and today, they've been getting better. So yeah, that's how things have been. They have been absolutely mind-numbingly horrible. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I had a day where, horrible day at work 12-hour shift, where I get paid $12 an hour for a multi-billion-dollar company. Through a staffing agency, so I don't get benefits. So I have to pay out-of-pocket insurance. So I had that, cried at work, as usual. Then on the way, on the way back home, I ran over a bunny, and I'm vegan, so that made my day better, of course. And I stopped by the house here to get my stuff for the gym. On the way to the gym, I get pulled over by a cop because I was speeding. And mind you, my speedometer was broken. My speedometer said 0, so I had no idea how fast I was going. And oh, I forgot to mention, the workday was so horrible that I actually went to CVS and I had the razors in my hand, the shaving razors, to cut myself. And I had band-aids in the other hand because I was going to freaking cut myself because I felt so horrible. I was like, that's it, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't. Because I can't drink, right? If I drink, I'm gonna freaking die. I'm petrified. Alcohol, I'm gonna die. So I thought, okay, let me just cut myself. Thankfully, I didn't get them. So I guess in a weird twist of fate, or whatever you want to call it, the cop turned out to be a female, turned out to be a woman. And long story short, I told her of my horrible day. I even told her that bit about how I went to CVS and I wanted to cut myself. I was ready to buy some razors, and her whole demeanor changed. So I was being honest, though. I wasn't lying, that's how horrible I felt. And she let me go without a ticket. So needless to say, my depression, anxiety, my eating disorder, they have all been at an all-time high. Been feeling all-time low. And so when I, went to the Newburgh Free Library last week and I saw this, I was like, it was like a sign from the universe, because I know what her poetry is like. I know how it makes me feel, that it gives me hope, it gives me, it gives me light in this darkness. I feel like I have a darkness in my life that wants me dead. I know I sound stupid maybe or crazy, but if you have trauma in your past or you have depression, I think you know what I'm talking about. There's this presence, this thing, it wants me dead. So every day is a battle. And there's a certain page here that I was reading this on the way at work during a meeting I had where they tried to, make us lower level workers feel important. I was reading it en route, however you say it, to that meeting. And I'll just read it out loud. So it's on page 111, and it's titled, "To Myself 10 Years Ago. You won't believe what I see from this vantage point. The years stretching out before you like a long and winding road. I don't want to scare you, but there is a forest just up ahead. One so dense and dark, the sunlight won't reach you for a while. You will wander lost in this long, perilous night, not knowing if it will ever come to an end. But believe me, the light will find you again, and when it does, you will no longer be afraid of the dark. Stop to catch your breath. Soon, a jagged mountain will rise before you. So steep it will make you want to turn back around. Don't despair. The first foothold is always the most difficult, and every inch you claim of that cold, hard precipice will make you stronger. Before you know it, the ground will level out beneath you, and you will look back to see you had conquered what you once thought impossible. See that turn just up ahead? That's the place where love will meet you. With arms so warm it will melt away the winter in an instant. And then it will be summer for a very long time. And yeah, I read that and I actually cried on my way to the meeting. And like you know, my whole throat tightened up, and I was just like, you know, was yeah, it was intense. And I just want to thank you, Lang Leav, for writing such beautiful poetry that pretty much saves people like me. You know, people who don't fit in, who are like outcasts. You know, people who feel like we're ugly no matter how much weight we lose or how much makeup we put on, and like we're always different, we're always freaks, you know, and your words they save people like me, so thank you. You know, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but I know you're busy, I know you're really popular, and that's okay, but I just wanted to say thank you. I love your work. I hope one day to meet you, and hopefully it's okay to hug you and profess my, you know, adoration as a fan. So I highly recommend this book if you enjoy beautiful poetry. Like it says, it's not just poetry, it's prose as well. They're little shorts, little bits, kind of like flash fiction, like the piece I just read. So I definitely give it 5 out of 5 stars. It's just it's beautiful. I love it. I can't recommend it highly enough. Alright, guys. Thank you, and thank you, Lang Leav, for writing and sharing your beautiful work with us. I love you guys. Bye.